Hi guys, welcome to Nerd Bites, and this is going to be my review on Daredevil Season 1. Before we start, there will be spoilers. Not loads, but I will be spoiling a few things, so if you haven't watched the series, make sure you do not watch this until you've seen it. Now this season came to me quite late, so I apologise for the late review, but I decided to watch it on Netflix about a week or two back, and I've literally just finished it the last couple of days. I've not been able to binge straight through it, I've had to do it a few days at a time. This series was incredible. I mean, it really was gritty, it was dark, it was grounded, it just worked so well. It is based in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, so it does exist with Iron Man and Cap and Thor and everybody else, but it's more low-key. They have little niggly bits that go with the Cap. It's like, yeah, that definitely exists in this world, but it's his own thing. It doesn't rely on the MCU. It is able to do its own thing all by itself, and it does it tremendously well. The characters are well balanced. The storylines were dark and gritty and fun to watch. The actors were picked really well. The guy called Vincent something or other, he did Wilson Fisk. Perfect casting. I was able to feel so much for a villain. And he was a bad guy, but you sat there and understood completely why he was doing what he was doing. And he has such a traumatized past with his, killing his father, and his father being a beater and a bully, and he'd grown up like that and all that kind of stuff. And it was good to see that carry over into his adult life, and he's taken those things and made himself powerful for that. And it was really a fun villain and an entertaining villain to watch. Really awesome. The character of Daredevil, awesome. So just blows Ben Affleck's out of the water. Ben Affleck might be a great actor now, but back then didn't work. But this one is better. The character works better. I think Daredevil as a character works better as a TV series than it does as a film, because it's a longer story. You're able to actually get into it and really sink your teeth into it, because it's a really long story and there's so much that can go on. You can't tell that in 3 hours of a film. You have to be able to do it in a series, and they've done it so well. The character is obviously Matt Murdock. He's blind, obviously, from an accident, and he basically, everything else is heightened senses and everything. He can smell and hear and know everything that's going on around him. He's obviously taken that time to become a really good fighter and everything with the help of the guy called Stick. When we start out, he isn't actually wearing his proper Daredevil suit, the red suit that we will know to love. He starts out with what you see in the comic. Just a black suit, just a black balaclava, basically cargo trousers, all black, boots, that kind of stuff, just simple. He gets known as the Devil of Hell's Kitchen rather than the Daredevil. That name doesn't crop up until the very last episode. The way they build this character through the thing is absolutely incredible. They do such a good job with it. Obviously he's a lawyer with his best friend Foggy, and they've decided they're basically lawyers, and they're building up their status as it goes. But obviously they're trying to do justice, but then obviously at night time he's this vigilante known as Daredevil that basically goes around beating up people, and he gets under the radar of Wilson Fisk. The character, the chemistry between those two characters when they talk on the phone for the first time, or when they actually meet and start fighting, is brilliant. It's really good. They really have a hatred for each other, even though they don't really know who each other are that much. Characters that die in it, I didn't expect to die in it, but served a really good purpose when they did die. I just think the whole series from episode 1 to 13 just really captured just a nice, simple, gritty story, and it worked. It worked so well. Obviously, as time goes on, he meets Wilson Fisk, Kingpin, and they have a couple of fights, but not too many. And then it's the last episode where they really get into a big fight, and this is when we first see him don the red suit, as it were, and he basically said it's a symbol and everything, which is awesome. I think it's really, really awesome. I like the way they've done the suit. It's black, but it's also got red parts on it and everything, with the red helmet and everything. I think the way they've done it looked good, really good. The last episode was absolutely incredible. The fight that they had in the alleyway, and then he was donned the Daredevil in the papers and everything, and that's kind of how the series ended, with Wilson Fisk put in prison. We didn't see no Bullseye, but I assume that they're going to bring that in to the next series. But as far as things go at the moment, I was just happy with Wilson Fisk. Every time that villain was on camera, he commanded my presence when I was watching him. Even with him having a love interest as well, just he was a conflicted character. He was a deep character. So you kind of hated him for doing what he was doing, but you understood 100% why he was doing what he was doing. And I just think that they just played him off so well. I'm really looking forward to seeing how he goes in the next seasons. One of the great things I like about the character Daredevil is that he is technically just a human being. He's not a superhero, he doesn't have a load of money or anything, he's just a guy that knows how to fight, and he tries to take on the law into his own hands. He's kind of like Batman but with no money. It's basically what it is, and I really like that, because there's plenty of times where he's come away battered and bruised and injured and like literally this close to death from fights that he's been in, trying to get to Fisk and trying to take him down. So it's basically, you sit back and you love this character more, because you go, well, if I wanted to, I could do that. You know, if you really put the time in with all, you know, being fit and everything and knowing what you're doing, fighting, the like, you know, any person could do that. It's the fact that it keeps the character grounded, and that's how we really enjoy it more, because you feel his struggle, because you think that any person, if they really put the time in, could do that as well. Overall, I just think Season 1 was absolutely incredible. Can't wait for Season 2. I think it's one of the best things that Marvel have done so far in the MCU. I'm really looking forward to the next season. I cannot wait for it. So that was what I thought on Season 1 of Daredevil. Let me know what you thought down in the comments, or send me an email. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What did you like? What didn't you like? Also, make sure you find me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram as well. Type in Nerd Bites, you'll find me anywhere on the social media. And of course, keep it nerdy.